Greetings, everyone. Welcome to this. This is a test. Right now, I'm going to put the studio together. I'm going to organize everything and make everything work and see how everything functions. So yeah, let's get started with this. All right. So I'm actually going to take my computer off this thing and show you what I'm working with here. So this is the Daybreak Studio. We've got a light, a microphone. This is for the iPad, the stand right there. That's for the iPad. This is the light switch over here that's on here. Night vision. Okay. Well, that's very bright. Okay. So that's what that is. And of course, we got the stool and then the stand for the computer. And a thing for my feet if I want to put my feet up. So what we need to do is make this look good, really, is what we're trying to do here. So one issue that we have is that the reason why in Daybreak, the last time we were on Daybreak, the reason why the camera is so far away is because I was wearing a suit and I didn't want to just wear a suit for nothing. And I want to have the same view. But the issue with that is that with a wide camera like this, we've got edges of the thing, and this goes on like over there. So we need to make this centered, yes, but also as far away as we can get it, but not far enough away that the edge shows. So you also need to make the light work, the microphone. I think actually we'll use a microphone this time for the reason that I'm not sure how sound will work with, like, if I'm trying to play video on screen, I'm not sure how the video will, the sound will come through. We'll find out today. But yeah, also there will be another full operations test in like a week or two. And we'll be working on all the kinks that we had in my upstairs studio. And then we'll move down here and do a full operations test in this studio once I have everything set up and what I think will go well. We might have a fourth after if there are issues that need to be resolved, and I bet that there will. And it's a good thing we're doing it now, because now we're going to go into April, May, June, and July. We got like 2 months because we're doing on July 4th. So we got like 2 months to get this together. I think it's crazy. Like when I first started testing, I had like 5 months, and now I have 2. Time is very annoying. All right. So I need to be able to access my light over here. So this can stay. But now I just need to rearrange everything. So I'll be talking. Hopefully you all can hear me. I will find out when I'm editing if you can still hear me. But I'm going to move the light over here. That can be that. Now I'm just going to bring the stand back. How far can I bring this back, actually? Okay, I can, that's fine. Oh, the ceiling. Oh, but that's fine. That doesn't matter. Okay. So my hair is in the screen if you're wondering what that is. Is that centered? Okay. It looks centered. And this will come down like that. I will be here. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'll bring it up a little bit. And this is also, this needs to be like that. Yeah, it's fine. All right, so that is that. Now we're going to test the light because the light, I need lights. All right, I'll look into it because it'll go blind. All right. Let's see if this will fit right there. Yes, nothing's blocking that. Perfect. Okay. Now, I need to have this microphone. Actually, I can move this like that because I don't need to have it exactly in the way of everything. So I mean, that's directly below the speakers. And then I have the amp over here. We'll see what we need to do with that. Is that even center anymore? It looks the same. It looks bluer. I mean, it's just from my angle. No, it looks the same. All right, so if I'm this far away, I can't reach my computer anymore, which is an issue. But it's actually not an issue because I won't be the host. Yes, okay. So the wonderfulness of pausing recording. I'm gonna go grab my other computer, hop on this, and then I can be the host and control things from down here. All right, this is good. I like testing things. All right. Greetings again. So I just grabbed a lot of cords and quite a few devices and a notebook. So right now we need to set up the method by which I can control everything without having to like stand up and control it from here, because that just, I mean, this is not what you want to see. So I'm gonna plug everything in so I can just make sure that it's actually possible to do all of this stuff when nothing is charged. So that's plugged in. Cord, don't be in my way. It's gonna plug into my series of things. Right. Probably should have grabbed my iPad. How much? I don't know. Yeah. That's good. All right. So, that is that, but I'm gonna move this. Don't drop, please. You're not even my iPad. School's, so please don't drop. All right. So that's gonna go next to my screen. This is gonna have the timer on it. So if you're unaware, Zoom has an interesting system where you are limited to 40 minutes. And I'm realizing now that this call, not the recording, but the call has been on for 31 minutes. I've got 9 minutes left before my thing kicks me off. But there's a limit for 40 minutes. So Daybreak had to be limited to a 40-minute show. So I need to have a timer here so I don't run over time and be too excessive. Now, the good thing is that now all of the guests all the guest interviews are 15 minutes. And so that equals 30. And then you have a 5-minute game. So you have 5 minutes to play with, to do the opening monologue and the ending monologue, and any time in between where we might need the extra time. Like if an interview goes over just a little bit, that's what that time is there for. It's like buffer time. And the closing monologues are not even that long. So like, thank you to all my guests. We have maybe like announcement if we're doing a studio time thing, we might do that. I'm also going to try and do a program where I highlight people that I see around the world and try and show off their things. So like I was on Instagram the other day and I saw this girl who can play the piano really well. Not saying other people can't, but I wanted to highlight this person. And so that was an idea I had to highlight different people. And maybe at the end of the show, if I can find someone or have permission to show their things. But yeah, like that's what that 5 minutes is for, buffer time, and the opening monologue, which tends to be 2 minutes. So like all together along with everything else. That time is also there for in case like when to allow people to log on. and allow people to get set up and me to explain the rules so that no one's turning their microphone on, turning their camera on, and messing with the video. Because we don't want that. Now, the next step here is I have my notebook thing, and I need to have my computer here because I'll be controlling the call with this computer, which will be, if I'm sitting down, the computer which will control everything will be like there. So I'm going to need to have something supporting this, because right now that doesn't exist. What I could do is, instead of having the light switch here, I could move it in front of me, and I can like attach a table thing to this, which would not be that hard. And I could put this on top of that. It's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, that's not bad. I have got these wires here, which actually I'll show you what's going on. I'm gonna grab a Sharpie so I can mark off where I should have the borders of the studio. So I'm gonna pause this again. I'll be back. All right, marker. Now I wouldn't like to draw on this, but I need to know where to not have the camera. That visible? No, it's not. Perfect. On this side. You know what? That's fine. Now up here. Perfect. All right. So now I'm recording this. Yes, okay. Now I need to build a table. I need to get materials for that. I wonder if we have any. I'll find it. All right, I'll be back. Do I have time to do on this? I don't know. I'll create 2 videos. All right. So part 2 will be in a second. All right, everyone. So this is part 2 of the what's today's the March 26th, 2021 test in the studio. So a lot of stuff has just happened. I have completely cleared a lot, actually. I am thinking of, I'll have to show you, and this will be able to now test these things that I just put up here, which you saw me do. So I'm going to unplug that and just hang it so I can get it again, maybe. So remember the way the studio looked before? This is the way it looks now. It's gone over here. I'll move all this stuff over here, but the stool is now in front of my stool. And is holding onto my computer, which will control the entire meeting, so that I don't have to reach over across to here to reach my computer. And everything else looks the same on this side. So now we're going to be able to test our little markings up there to see if they really do work. I think it looks pretty good. And I'm far enough away. I mean, I'll still wear a suit because you see the top part of it. maybe a tie sometimes, I'm not sure. But yeah, so now, oh, I should plug this back in. Everything is closer to this than I can. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Everything looks pretty clean. My password is very long. And actually, maybe now I can play the sound to it. All right, so this is probably dead. Yes, okay. Now, there was this is just a USB, but this is a USB, okay. And now I can charge it on my computer. Look at that. This oh no. Home. To home again. How far can this reach? I'm controlling my iPad with my mouse. Okay, good. So Chrome. Can I voice it? Oh, there's a timer feature on here. Okay. Home. Okay. So other. Nope. Media. Nope. Tests are not very interesting if you haven't figured it out. Calculator. Is it just clock? Is that what it is? Oh, it is. Okay. Timer. And it should be set to 15 minutes. Start. Okay. Now, I need to make sure volume is all the way down. So now I have a timer over there, which is big, which is perfect. Mouse, which can be charged. And now my computer. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Is this my... Oh, it's glitching. I don't need glitching. Or do I? No, I do not. Okay, so I'm going to now invite participants, invite email, Gmail, to Daybreak, my email, okay. Send. I'll do that. So this is the call. And I just need to pull up my email on Daybreak on here. There it is. There's my iPad. Perfect. Now this needs no volume on that because that will reverb. Okay. New participants over here. Join Zoom meeting. In the future, I will start it on this. Okay. Join without video. Admit. It is connecting. There I am. Mute. Perfect. How far can I? That's all I need. Okay, good. So now I need to more, oh no, more, make host, yes, I'm the host. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now I have control everything, so I can look at the participants and I can do everything. I can mute all participants upon entry. Yes. Why would that not be enabled? Allow participants on yep. Enable waiting room. No, because this is live, so anyone that wants to come in can come in. So no, we're not gonna do that. Ask all, no, so I'm not gonna ask all of you. Okay. So right now I can get rid of this because I no longer have control over anything else. So I am now in control. My other computer is not in control of the meeting. You can't see it. And now if I want to, I can pull up notes and things electronically. For example, let's have some fun here. If I want to look at my website, okay. So if I'm looking at my website, I want to, if I'm describing the Daybreak activities, I have them up on my screen so I can talk to my camera. Okay, so we have a number of Daybreak activities now. They're all listed on the website under Daybreak Activities. And if you want to play any of these at home, you can. Now, some of them are a little more complicated to play at your house and not on this show, but I'm certain you can adopt them to fit the style of what you need to do them at your house. So for example, one game that we have is Would You Rather. This is a widely known game. Don't know if I need to explain this, but just in case anyone doesn't know what Would You Rather is, basically I say, would you rather do this or make this or whatever verb this or this? It's like I could say, would you rather go skydiving or go in a submarine to the bottom of the ocean? If that, I mean, like if it was feasible, like that type of thing. The next thing we have is it true? Basically, I say a statement and you guess if it's true. If you guess that it's false and you're correct, you can also then say the word to make the statement true. If you get that right, you double your points. But if you get that wrong, you lose all of them. So for example, Daybreak was supposed to start on President's Day, but was moved the week after because something. Now that's a false statement. Daybreak was supposed to happen on Easter, but because one of our guests celebrated Easter like religiously, we moved it a week ahead to accommodate for that. So if they were to say that's false, and then they were to say no, it was supposed to start on Easter, they'd double their points. How many points they had to be doubled. If they got that wrong, they would lose. Like if they said Halloween, they'd lose all of their points. So that's basically how that would work. Then we have if then. It's like if you had $1 million, what would you do? Now, this can be played by itself, but I thought it was fun. I did it on the season finale of Daybreak 2020 with Riley Kravinger and Faith Gagnon. Faith Gagnon gave me the answers to Would You, to Would You Rather. I said, like, would you, for example, I think it was, would you rather star in your own movie or write a movie about me? And she said, I'll write a movie about you. And so then I asked Riley, and if then, like, if, I actually forgot to ask her this question, which is disappointing, but if I did, I'd say, if someone was to write a movie about me, what would the plot line be? And then go into it. So that's basically like if then. It can be used by itself, but it's better if it's used as a continuation from Would You Rather. Then we have Make Me. This has never been done on Daybreak before. This is basically like I dare you to do something, and you have to do it for the entire interview. So that means there'd be no game segment. You would just, the whole interview, the 15 minutes would be the game. So, for example, I was in French class last year, and I dared someone named Sam across the room from me to pronounce every word that has an H in it, like pronounce the H. Like what would be what, or white, or when. There's a word in French, cacahuète. I think it's peanut. I should know this, but I think it's peanut. And so it's like some teachers have that like clap once you can hear me clap, like that thing. Well, the French teacher had poulet cacahuète. And I mean the words mean random things. It's chicken and peanuts, but like it's just a phrase. And so when she did that, she went peanuts, poulet poulet, and the class was supposed to reply cacahuete, and Sam said cacahuete, which was really funny. So in an interview, I might say you have to pronounce all the H's in your interview, and so throughout the entire interview, they have to try and do all the H's. If they don't, they lose, and the first one to loses. We have another one, objectively difficult. Now this arose from Grace Maroney because we did a game with her. Box of Lies. Jimmy Fallon did this, but it's kind of hard to do if you're not there in person, so we dropped it for the entire rest of the show. But I decided, you know what, let's change it then. Let's change it to adopt it. So this is basically you pick out objects and you describe them. And the person listening has to guess what it is. It's like if I say it's fluffy and soft, it goes on your feet, and when you're wearing it usually outside, you have shoes that go over that. You say, oh, they're socks, and then you'd win. A series of those things. Playing favorites, we've played this a number of times. I love this game. I love the name of it too, Playing Favorites. And the card, I love that card. I mean, like the picture on the screen, the graphic. I call it a card. But like Playing Favorites is like, what's your favorite candy? But like it may seem simple, but it's fun to learn these things. Like, what's your favorite commercial? Time of day, activity, like it, but it gets to know your interviewee more, but also it's just a fun game because you might have these really weird questions and they'll have to figure it out. I did it with Hunter Richards and I said, what's your favorite commercial? And he said, the one at the Super Bowl where I think I had Chris Evans, one of the if you watch SNL, there's a skit they do called Debbie Downer. That woman's in it. And I think John Krasinski's in that too. And it's like Smat Pack. Like, let me pack it. Let me Smat Pack. Like they do the Boston accent and everything. And so he said that was his favorite commercial. That's actually on the my favorite moments of Daybreak. So if you want to watch the little Smat Pack, that's there. Just the part where he says Smat Pack, not the rest of it. Just Smat Pack. I can say Smat Pack for a long time. It's very fun. All right, then you have Guess That Song. Just guess the song, really. Guess That Guess. We did this with Grace Maroney. This is a hard game because we've had like 40, we've had 5 seasons of Daybreak. Each season, except the last one, had 8 guests each. 8 times 4 is 32, and then we had 10. So we had like around, I mean, we've had repeat guests, but we had 42 guests on Daybreak. And it's really hard to name all of them if you haven't seen every single episode. So we did this with her, it didn't really go that well. So unless we have like a super fan on that's watched all the episodes, like Riley Crowder and I think would do all of this. But yeah, so then we have what is it? I show a part of a picture and you have to guess what the rest of it is. Like I might show the corner of the Mona Lisa and you say, oh, it's the Mona Lisa. I also did this with Grace Maroney. Read My Lips. I did this with Alexander Duvall, the author. Basically, this is another thing taken from Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon had a thing on his show where you listen to loud music and a person across from you is speaking, but you can't hear them, so you have to guess what they're saying by reading their lips. Unfortunately, we're not together, so it's kind of not the same thing. But like we just mouth words, and they had to try and guess what it was. It's kind of an awkward game, I will tell you. It's an awkward game, but it's fun. So we had Read My Lips. We have School's Out. It didn't really go that well because like we have people that don't go to our school, and so they won't know who we're talking about. So, but you may play with your family at home. I don't know. Storyline. These next 2 are brand new that have never been talked about before. So storyline. I describe a plot to a movie, or I have the thing in front of me, a movie or TV show that the guest knows well. So the guest actually has to know it. I'm not going to do something that the guest doesn't know. So like if the guest hasn't seen not the Watchers, the Ring. I'm not going to describe the plot of the Ring and expect them to guess it. And if the guest, and I say about 3 to 5 facts, but if the guest can do one like interesting fact about the movie that is not about the storyline, like, oh, this actor did this to prepare for, oh, that's cool, extra point. So like a teacher thing, like if you give extra information, the teacher might give you extra credit, like, oh, that's an interesting fact, +1. It's kind of what it is. And then we have to think about this. This I actually added yesterday, I think. A segment that would be in place of a guest game. where the host says about 3 to 5 facts that are really interesting. And if you think about it for a second, for example, I was doing this with my girlfriend. If so this is I love space, so I'm gonna do a space thing. Right now, you can look up at the night sky, look all around the stars, around the moon and everything, and tell exactly which dot in the sky is Mars. Mars is really far away. It takes about 9 months to get there at its closest. It's very far away. Just for reference, the distance between the Earth and the Moon, if you were to take every single planet, line them up, like put them like literally on top of one another, like next to each other, like you had no distance between them, just like Saturn, Jupiter, like just them next to each other, and put them between us and the Moon, you'd still have room left to spare. It's a long distance to the Moon. It takes a couple of days to get there by spaceship or starship. They might be flying today. I'd be looking forward to that if they fly today. Maybe not, but hopefully. And hopefully they land it and it doesn't blow up this time. Anyways, so I can look up the night sky, point to the dot in the sky that's Mars. It's slightly reddish, so it's easy to tell. And yeah, but in about 10 years, someone will be looking up in the sky, pointing to a dot saying that's Earth. Like, think about that for a second. Think about the fact that there'll be people of our species on a completely different planet. Like, that's insane. It's cool. It's insane, but it's cool. But like, just like think about that for a second. It's pretty remarkable. There's nothing to think about. Like, we know less about our own oceans than we do about the entire universe. We know more about the universe in its literally ever expanding size than we do about our own oceans, which are constant, relatively. Like, that's wow. So like that, I'm now in that mood now. But like that's what the game is. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was explaining how this would work and the screen and everything. What I can also do is I can mute and allow participants without having to do this. So now I can control things on my screen in front of me. So this is a Zoom meeting and I can mute myself. I have to I would never mute myself during an interview, so that would never happen. So I would never reach like this, but I just need to do it that. Anyways, but now that's not supposed to make any sound. I'm curious if you can hear that. If not, then fine, but 15. So please stop making sound. I'm already on a different, I know. I'm aware that the timer is, okay. Anyways, that's actually good to know about that. So that's how it'll work with the screen and everything. So I can control stuff on this screen, which I'm looking at right now. And I can also control stuff here. Now, I'm also curious to see if this will add in my empty screen here. Hopefully it won't. But now let's try. I'm going to turn on my video. And there, so here I am looking at my screen down here, and here I am looking up over here. Man, the contrast between the two screens is remarkable. Anyways, so let's see. I'm curious because right now I'm on gallery view, so everyone will see everything. And I'm the one recording over here, so I can change that if I want to. Now, what I'm curious about is if, when I'm done recording this and the video gets saved in my computer, will it allow me to, I think I put a setting on Zoom where it was like record each participant individually and together. So there should be like 3 different recordings. There'll be one of the general screen, then one of just me, and then one of just the other me down here. We'll see how that works. But what is good to know is that this all looks good. I'm sitting in the middle of the Daybreak logo. It looks symmetrical. I will determine that when I'm done. But yeah, so this is a pretty good setup. Now, the one last thing I would like to test. I would like to test the sound capabilities. Now, if I want to play something, share my screen. One participant can try to time both. I want to share my screen, desktop. I would have to, hold on, it is an episodes. I've got plenty of time, okay. I want to see, I want to see if I can listen to the intro. This is very slow. Just black boxes. Daybreak, I think this is it. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. Okay, so I'll have to mute. We'll try it both ways. We'll try where this is, the sound's gonna go through this. I also have the microphone. So we'll see if that helps. But here we go. I'm gonna play the theme song for Daybreak. I think that they're. Yep. Was I not muted? So we'll see how that looked. Now, I'm going to try to do it on. I'm going to mute me here. Unmute myself. And we. Why? Why? If I'm speaking, there's no sound. That's muted. There's only. I don't understand. I don't understand how that's possible, but okay. Now I'm gonna try and let's play it on my iPad. Let's see here. I need to go into my drive. Go into Daybreak. Go to the website. Open in Chrome. Yes, please. Go to. Oh, look good on this. Videos and episodes. It's a lot of episodes here, so it takes a little bit of a while to load all of them. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now I want to listen to. Turn my volume all the way up. Over. Okay. So I saw my microphone having a green thing, meaning sound was getting through to it. So that's good. Now, in terms of sharing, all this is. Okay. Now I'm going to test this. I'm going to go into files. I'm going to go, let's get rid of that. Screen sharing is stopped as a shared Windows. Okay, fine. Let's go to find Google. I want to go downloads, I think it is. Okay, Daybreak season. What is this? $40. Oh, this is Daybreak Stories. Okay, let's listen to the Daybreak Stories thing. Okay, sure. And we'll full screen it, and we'll tell Zoom new share to go there. Share. Oh, very bright. Okay. Stop sharing. Stop sharing. So no, we don't know. All right, so that is that. I think the iPad had the best. I'm gonna turn my brightness off. Turn it down over here. And also turn it down over here. And if I turn my camera off, good. So you see nothing. Maybe you see it like a ghost figure of me. no point to doing that, actually. Oh, stop. Give me. Okay. So, I think this has gone really well. This is going to be like an hour-long test. I mean, I've been down here for an hour. So I think this has gone really well. It is determined that I can use all my devices here. I've got a lot now. I'm gonna take a picture of this actually. I wonder if you can see that. But we've got a lot of devices here. Yeah, we've got, looking at my screen, we've got the computer in front of me, which is here, where my computer on the stand, and then my iPad is over here. Probably impossible to see. Let me actually turn this light off. Does that make it better? No, it makes it worse. Okay. Prepare for bright light. I like that. It's fun. Yeah, okay. Fun. I put my phone here. Oh my God, this is amazing. Now, the last thing I want to do is if I don't like reading off a screen. I don't, especially when reading into a camera like live, it will never ever go well. So what I need to do is make sure that I'm able, this can hang. Actually, it can sit there. My phone doesn't have to be here. And I can make my iPad flat, which means I can put this like this, and I can have my thing. Oh, and amazing. This actually has gone better than I could ever want it to go. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. This is amazing. So this, yeah. Apologize for the background sound. I share a basement, so this is actually the gym, and I've taken over a corner of it. But my dad, on the other side of this wall over here, is on a call. I understand that I have a clock. Oh, I actually have to change this to 5 minutes. So start. It's gonna be exactly like 40 minutes. This is great. Actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna run out the clock. I'm curious to know what will happen if I hit 40 minutes. I'll just be talking for the next 5 minutes. So yeah, but I share the basement. So if you hear any background sound, that's what it is. My dad's on a call with his work. So, but yeah, so that's everything I have for this test today. We got a lot done. We organized the studio. We figured out how the sound will work. We now have multiple devices. We have like a device capability. It's not even a thing, but whatever. It sounds cool. Okay, I figured out that my computer will now be doing all of the management of these calls. It shouldn't really be an issue. I'm actually curious if I can have this like, yeah, that's actually better. Now I can do this. Okay, because I need to have control over my screen. If I tap this, can I have control over? Oh, I full screened it. But I can, okay, perfect. That's fine. Okay, so I have control over everything I want. Look at my participants. Perfect. In the middle of the screen, that's even better. So yeah, this is pretty cool. But yeah, so yeah, we got our device set up over here. We now have our timer on the corner, which is always like there and look at an eye. It's big letter or big letters, big numbers, which is good. It's 2 of 3. Good to know. I can now look at my notes and everything, which is directly in front of me without the camera seeing it. Like that's a big thing. But yeah, so this is good. Don't die, thank you. But yeah, now I have control of my mouse again, which can be plugged in while it's going, and it can work while it's being charged, which is perfect. We now understand the distance required. I mean, I have markings on either side of these video for knowing where the screen should be. It is fairly even. I think it's a bit crooked, but I can't really change. I mean, I can. I'm just not going to right now. I'm not sure. I'll look at it in the video. If it needs changing, I'll change it. But I don't know. I don't know if it matters. It just be that the letters are crooked. I mean, who cares? What I do like though is that it is visible, but in real life, there's a lot of pencil markings over. There's a lot of pencil markings here, and it's not visible on the screen. A Daybreak fun fact actually. When we did this logo, we didn't understand that, or I should say we didn't understand that the camp. I forgot to mention to the person doing this, which was my dad, that the camera reads everything backwards. And in that circumstance, this will, if you were to read it the right way, it would look like Cardiad. Cardiad is what it looks like, which is not a word. It's supposed to read Daybreak, but if I'm looking at this is not the right way to read, but it's reverse. Now, because of that, because the iPad on Instagram reverses everything, so I had to do it this way. So there's the old pencil markings. There's a pencil drawn for a Y here, a B. There's the K over the D. So like there's old pencil markings there, but I'm gonna run out of time in like 20 seconds. But now that we're on Zoom, I had to select the feature flip screen so that I'm not gonna redo this. This is a relic. But yeah, so I've got 30 seconds left and I wonder what will happen. So if I get cut off, I just want to say thank you so much for watching the Daybreak test campaign. It's been an honor, and I cannot wait until we actually do this thing for real in our full operations test. I'm looking at the timer over here, and our full operations test, which will not be the next one. It'll be the one after that one. But yeah, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spend 40 minutes. What? I am confused because I don't know what is happening right now. Any matter, I'm done with this. So I'll edit this. I recorded an update video like a week ago that I haven't released because I haven't even edited it yet, and I've been meaning to, but I have insane procrastination. So I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to edit this, and they'll be probably released today if my procrastination doesn't get the best of me, which it might. But I have nothing else happening today. Today is a Friday, so it should get done. I'm going to start it immediately when this is over, or walk upstairs and do it immediately. But yeah. That's everything I have. So thank you so much for watching the Daybreak test campaign. It's interesting to watch this evolve, and now we're actually watching it evolve behind the scenes. I'd have to record it. I need to record another Daybreak stories. I need to do that. I gotta finish those before July 4th, because then I can't do it anymore. So, but yeah, so thank you so much for watching the Daybreak test campaign. And stay tuned for the next one, which I think, if I am correct, if the next test campaign video might just be the full operations test. I'm trying to get Grace Maroney to hop on so we can have 2 guests. We'll see what happens. She's very busy, so it's understandable. But we'll see what happens. If not, then we'll definitely have Riley Carpenter. But yeah, so thank you everyone so much for, I feel like I've said this now like 15 times. Thank you so much for watching the Daybreak test campaign, and I will see you all next time at Daybreak. Bye, everyone. I have to actually test this time. All right, bye.